Hello, I'm Shyboy616 and welcome to the first part of my travel vlog about my trip to Japan with my wife. This was actually our honeymoon. We didn't really get to go on a honeymoon when we got married 2 years ago, but then this August, so pretty close to our second anniversary, we finally got to go on it after saving up the last couple of years. We were paying it over time and we took the trip through Ultimate Break. So this first part's going to be all about getting to Japan and all the stuff we did while in Tokyo, our first stop. Got up at about 3 something this morning.
I woke up at 3:15.
Yeah, I woke up a little after because my alarm didn't actually go off, but I heard hers. We're in Minneapolis now. Our flight actually got delayed, which kind of sucks. It's fine, we're just going to be here for a few hours longer before we get to Japan. So right now we're just waiting around, going to get some food. Decent flight over here, 2 hours. My ass hurts. So we're gonna do some walking around, get some food. We decided to get some Shake Shack. Got myself this root beer I never heard of before, so that's gonna be fun. We got the Shack water. Not to be confused with Shaquille O'Neal. But yeah. So not the most amazing thing we're about to try, not the most special thing, but hey, still food we're buying on the way there. Because the flight was delayed, we got vouchers from the airline to get food and drinks, so we decided to try this Caribou coffee. You got a chai tea latte thing?
A spiced chai tea.
Sorry. I got, what was it called? Nitro Turtle Mocha. I don't know what the hell's actually in this.
I'm disappointed. I've had better chai.
It's alright. Let me get a sip of yours.
I like yours better.
I like that though.
It's not bad. It's just, it doesn't have as much chai as other things I've had.
4 vouchers from the airline. Got us 2 coffees, this, and 2 packs of gum. I've never even heard of this brand. And the funny thing about it is each voucher was $12. They gave us 3 of those. That means $36. Got us 2 packs of gum, a little thing of candy, and 2 coffees. That's not very much. Our flight was delayed by about 3 hours, but we are getting ready to board. It is 1:36 right now when I'm recording this on Monday. Getting real close to boarding for Japan. Probably do a little more while we're on the plane and then again when we land. Officially boarding the plane to Tokyo. It is 1:57. I didn't know they did facial recognition to do this because they didn't even really look at our passes or anything, so that was interesting. But yeah, we're actually about to board on our 13-hour flight.
See you in 13 hours. I
had airplane ass for like a good week after coming home. Like my butt would not adjust comfortably to anything I sat in. We were wishing the whole time, it's like, we're already going to Japan. We could have splurged a little to at least go to like, what was that, the economy plus? Something stupid, whatever's the in between that and first class or business class. I tried spending time watching a movie, didn't really work out. It was not a good time. Could never actually fall asleep. It was like burst of mini naps and I never felt good from any of them.
Alright, check this out. I'm the one who starts this. We just landed. Yeah.
Is that all you had to say?
That flight was so long.
I can't feel my ass.
I can't feel my legs.
But we are in Japan. Yep. Japan Airlines over there. We're heading down to whatever crap we need to do next, and then we'll be off on our adventure. So we arrived in Tokyo. We met part of the group we were going to be with because going through Ultimate Break, that meant it's a tour group. To explain what Ultimate Break is, like taking a trip through them, is that you're pretty much signing up to be a part of a tour group. Whenever you get to the destination, you'll have a tour guide showing you sights around, and then in between all of that, you'll have some free time to do your own exploring. And the nice part is they can arrange all the stuff for you. You just gotta pay the money. So we didn't have to book flights, we didn't have to book hotels, and the sites that we went to through them, it was covered by them already with the arrangement of the payments. We didn't have to worry about getting our own tickets for anything. And looking at it, you could potentially save by doing this as well, especially if you catch them when they have offers like for whatever % off. And if you take trips through them, you could even get vouchers that could go towards your next trip if you decide to go with them again. We got in a cab, which I think is the first time I've gotten into a legit cab, so that was interesting. And it was night in Tokyo when we got there, so it was dark, seeing all the city lights. We got to see the sky tree lit up. It was pretty cool sights. It did kind of remind me of driving around cities around here though. Look, we made it. Just made it to our hotel. It was like an extra hour in the airport having to get through. What was that?
Forever. It was like arrival immigration thing, like for visas and then customs.
It was a long
for
line,
luggage.
but we finally made it to our hotel. Took a taxi. That was interesting. I think it was my first time in a legit cab. And here's our room. You don't mind if I show you the room number? You can't dox me here. Haha. All right, here's the room. Got a do not disturb on there. Oh, the bathroom's pretty nice looking. All right, what else we got going on over here?
We're sleeping with each other.
Apparently, I like the phone. It's an interesting little room. So our hotel's the Moxie Tokyo, what was it? Kimicho?
Something like that.
Kimishicho? I don't remember exactly. But yeah, this is the view we got down here. Let me flip that around. Now check this out. This is the view we got from here. Got a bar across the way. We're actually across from a convenience store. And that's gonna be our first 7-Eleven we hit up right over there.
Yep.
I can get the lens to turn to it. Yeah, there's another one over here that was called like, I don't know if you can see it from this angle.
Mini Stop.
I think it was Mini Stop. But yeah, this is legit Tokyo street life right here. Alright, so this place came equipped with everything.
And a
Like we didn't have to get
razor.
any, look, they even got the little seat for
We
it.
literally didn't have to bring anything.
Oh, they got a razor too?
Yeah.
But check this out. One of those Japanese toilets y'all always heard about. Will review. I will not show you that part. I am kind enough to do that today for y'all. 7-Eleven. Gotta find something. Oh, you wanted to look at the camera? Yeah, no. Japanese 7-Eleven. Let's do this. Got ourselves
Late
3
night.
different. I forgot the name. Onigiris, right?
Yeah.
So we got chicken and soy sauce, salmon roe and soy sauce, and yeah. And then Blanca got this pork sausage, garlic, and mayonnaise. I guess this is a musubi, isn't it?
I think so, yeah.
And then we got the Pocari Sweat, which is the really gross sounding name. And I got this Coca-Cola Plus. I don't know what's plus about it. I guess I'll translate that. All right. Shyboy 616 eats Japan. First part is our 7-Eleven stop, because everything else before wasn't Japan, but I'm gonna throw it in anyways. But this is first officially in Japan. Can you get your phone out with the translator? Because I want to see if it says anything on this Coke.
Yeah.
So I got the salmon roe, and we both got a chicken and soy sauce. I want to see if this Coke says anything, like what's different. This is 0 calories. 1 bottle per day with the meal suppresses the absorption of fat ingested from meals and reduces the rise in blood neutral fat levels after meals. Is this health conscious Coke? Is that what I grabbed? That's what's plus about it? Is that you don't get the plus of all the crap in Coke? This actually had to get heated up. They have microwaves in there because they're like in the mindset that you're gonna eat there, but we want to take our stuff back to the hotel and eat. So we could do this. But we might have some like on the go stuff later on. So I got to try the Japanese toilet. So if you will look with me here, we have several settings. It's interesting because you have bidet, which just does, you know, like a little squirt. The mild, I guess, was supposed to be stronger or something, and then the shower. The shower is the strongest one. I don't know how else to describe it. You can control the strength of the spray. The shower is the strongest one, definitely. The nozzle, I think it's like angling it or something. But then you'll see up here, one of the options is massage. And I guess it shoots the water out with more pressure and like burst. So I guess that was more effective, probably. And then there's a dry function where it blows air to dry off, you know, after you just sprayed your butt with water. Yeah, it was interesting. I think I was most thrown off that the water was warm, because I have a bidet at home, but the water's cold because we didn't put it through anything else. So the hot water, you know, going there was a little strange, but it's definitely an experience. Our bathroom also included toothbrushes, you know, basic stuff, little razors. Like they even gave us like this little hairbrush. Honestly, I would just keep it. But look, check this out. I like carrying little stuff around for things I might need. So we brought our own toothpaste already. The toothbrushes came with little toothpaste. Look at how tiny that is. Here's a better look at our hotel, Moxie Tokyo Kinshicho. I remember it now, Kinshicho. And we're gonna go check out this mini stop over there. And yeah. It's our first morning in Tokyo, Japan. A late honeymoon, but we finally made it. We just got on our first tour bus. We're about to go to the Meiji Shrine, is that what it was?
Yes.
Meiji Shrine, then we're gonna check out some of the surrounding cities around Tokyo, and then we'll have our group dinner tonight. So more on that when we get there. Japan in August was probably not the prime time to go. We were trying to do it because we knew we were going to be off work around that time, or thought we would be. And we figured, like, okay, we got the free time, let's schedule it for this time of the year. It's a horrible time to go there because it is so damn hot. I live in Texas. It's already hot here. It's usually a dry heat though. The humidity there is what killed us because it was technically cooler over there. Instead of being 100, it was like 80, like high 80s. The humidity made it feel so much worse. We would step outside, a few minutes sweating. So we had these cooling towels, you get them wet and then you put them on. It's like it cools you off. You can use them to wipe off sweat too if you want. And then we had those hand fans. I had one that you could wear around your neck that would just blow. And that was more of so I wouldn't be aware I was wet all the time because it wasn't that cooling honestly, but it did help a bit. So walking up, there was these like sake, did they call them vases or barrels, but stuff that the sake was in. Obviously these weren't full, but they just became part of the decor of the area. And the other side I think was also like, it was more liquor barrels. The actual shrine itself was very pleasant to be there. It was very neat, clean, even for all the tourists walking through, people are still doing their thing because it is very much still a shrine. It's not some tourist attraction. I mean, it is, but that's not what it's there to be. It is there for religious purposes and it's treated as such.
This thing, that's how we're able to listen.
And something you'll see several times at each different shrine or temple, there's certain areas where they say do not record because that would be considered offensive, rude, or just, you know, sacrilegious to do so.
A record is where you toss a coin, like a 5-piece, you do 2 bows, 2 claps, and 1 more bow. And over here on these wooden tablets are people's prayers that priest will take them over. Okay. Really interesting, saying all different languages on there too. So that was the end of the shrine actually. It was pretty cool seeing all the trees. I like the way the actual shrine itself looked. Interesting thing about the prayer tablets, I didn't have any coins on me. I thought about doing the offering, but I didn't have the coin on me to do it. It was disappointing, but it's alright. Getting to see it was cool enough. So this bathroom right here. No dividers on the urinals or anything. Those like the smart ones that see when you walk away to flush. And then there's no soap in there. We needed hand sanitizer. I think it's what that weird little table's supposed to be. What'd you see the name of? Was it like Takashita Street in Harajuku?
Yeah.
A lot of anime themed stuff going on here. And then we'll find something cool. I think there's only like cafes around here.
We then had a brief 1-hour stop in Harajuku, specifically dropped off at Takashita Street, which has tons of vendors, shops. This is where you can find a lot of different animal cafes. It was pretty cool. Sadly though, we did not have time to actually make a reservation at any of them. There was one cafe Blanca really wanted to go to, but we just weren't there long enough to actually make it to where we could have the reservation. So that was like one kind of, I guess, annoying thing, but not really, because our big problem that we ran into, in part with being ultimate break, but also just having only a week, was that we didn't have enough time to do all the stuff we wanted in Japan.
I don't know if y'all into that, but they got strawberry veggies. What to say, I got one. So we're on the floor with the cat cafe. But it looks like they got one of those Shiba Inu cafes here.
walked up and down the street, but just off it was a mall that had the Sailor Moon store, another one of the shops that she really wanted to check out. So we did go there. In that place, they told us not to record, so I just got a nice shot of us walking towards it. As I missed it last time, Takashika Street, going back on. We just came out of the Sailor Moon store. I thought the when we got there because it said, don't record. A lot of these places say that, don't record, but...
Our first McDonald's.
Japanese McDonald's. We got a teriyaki pork McBurger, so it's not beef patty, it's pork. And then a teriyaki chicken filet and filet chicken. So we got Fanta grape, Fanta melon, and then of course classic fries. Gonna give this a try. Yeah, they gave me a double cheeseburger. That's why it looks like a double cheeseburger. They gave me the wrong thing. I'm gonna want to bite of yours though. A little upset that, but that's the American experience of going to a McDonald's. It's getting not the thing we ordered. It's still good though. It's cheeseburger. And all this, what was it, $8? Yeah. They screwed up my order, and the funny part about that is we saw a guy in front of us before we placed ours. He went back and like had to swap out his sandwich because he gave him the wrong one, so it wasn't just me. And something I can't believe we never did, because we do go to McDonald's a couple more times on this trip, you can get nuggets instead of fries as your side, and we never did that. And the reason I'm upset about that, they had sauces there that we don't have in America. So a little disappointing that we didn't get the thing we wanted, but yeah, still good though. Everything that was the same in America was the same here. So we're gonna check out this place. It's one of the gachapons with the little knife. Oh, yeah. What? Hello Kitty and all that cute stuff. They got Pac-Man.
Oh, no, you didn't.
That's fine.
We're doing the Pac-Man.
This is for Roll.
This is for Rosemary, because she's really into Pac-Man. But how she likes to say it, my man. Or is that for Spider-Man?
She going, Mama.
Oh, yeah, okay. There you go. This for you, Rosemary.
That's cool.
So cute.
All the Japanese people there were incredibly, like, not necessarily friendly all the time, but they were very courteous and kind. The only people that were ever rude to us were other tourists, and they were Europeans. Like, they didn't all come from the same country, because I was just trying to get my bill out so I could get some coins to play gachapon. Tell me why this lady was giving an attitude. You know, when someone makes a face, why is she giving an attitude to me when it took me a few seconds to pull a bill? Which I think about it, I think it's like the more Western Europeans. That's another note to make about that.
And we are going through the Meiji Street to Shibuya. So Shibuya is a kind of entertainment now.
Our third stop that day was going to the Shibuya crossing. And when I say the crossing, I mean literally just that. We didn't use this part of the tour to really go around anywhere. If you want to explore Shibuya, that was gonna have to be by yourself, which we did want to do, but because of the other stuff we were trying to get done while in Tokyo, we never got the chance to, sadly. My dad randomly asked me one day, it's like, do we have the movie Hachi? And he had me go look for it. So I looked that up, and what I found was the American remake. Turns out my dad had seen the original Japanese, and that's the one he was thinking of. But when we finished watching the remake, he said, don't even bother looking for it, it's way more sad. So if you don't know about Hachiko, his owner would take the same train every day, but then one day the owner died, and the dog, even after that, kept going to the stop to wait for his owner. It's, you know, it's very, like, touching, but very sad. The guy was dead and the dog was waiting every day, even though he was never going to come back. And to commemorate this, they actually put up a statue of Hachiko, because everyone just knew who that dog was. And you can see it everywhere, even on the sewer grates, the signs for the actual stations. Hachiko is everywhere. It's just a nice character added to the area from just being a big city.
Here we are, Hachiko statue.
R.I.P. to a real one.
Dad, this is for you.
For real though, R.I.P. to a real one. That story's really sad. We are crossing towards the IQ.
Wait, look, there's people in the Starbucks recording us too.
People in the Starbucks. Let's record them back.
I was going to do that.
And I found this to be the weirdest place, because while it is a temple there, leading up to it is just tons of vendors and shops, which, you know, for a fact, you can tell, are marked up because of all the tourists in that area. So we actually didn't get to like try anything in there because there was lots of foods. Because the next thing we're going to do was have our big group dinner. It was going to be the welcome dinner for the trip. In our free time though, after seeing the temple, because we literally just looked at it and it's like, all right, do your thing and we'll meet back up. Not that I had anything wrong with that. If you really wanted to, you could have explored the temple and all that more. It was just kind of funny as a stop. It's like, oh, here's this. All right, bye. See you later. All right, my first vending machine by me. It's an energy drink from the company Asahi. I guess it's like the big drink company here. Like their Coca-Cola almost.
Yeah, and
this is like a sweet Red Bull. I like it.
I haven't tried it yet, but we'll take his word for it.
Right? Like it's just a sweeter Red Bull?
Yeah, it's good.
General store, right? Isn't that what, I guess that's how it is, right? A general store? No, but look at that. It's huge. There was a Don Quixote nearby, and it was a fairly big one. I think it was like 4 stories, but it looked like they were potentially gonna add more to it. But it was nothing like the, I think they literally call it the Mega Don Quixote in Shibuya, which we wanted to check out, but we didn't get to. And that one is like 7 stories. It's huge. Didn't get to check it out though, but this was our first big spending stop. That's So to those that do not know, Don Quixote is a discount store, but it has all sorts of things that you can do your grocery shopping here, get souvenirs, get all sorts of snacks. You can get different luxury goods there. It's got everything. There's even an adult section there. Here is also where we got a lot of the Kit Kats, because as some of y'all might know, if you don't, Japan has a lot more Kit Kat flavors, and they even have seasonal ones. So some of the flavors we got, I'll have to look it up. We're probably only available at that specific time of year.
Got a lot of themed stuff here. What's the dinosaur?
Is it just a toy?
Is it just a little?
It's just a little toy.
Oh, it is. I mean, they're
my gosh,
cute looking.
I've been wanting to try these since I saw them. Like, I saw these on YouTube once.
What's this?
It's like like the little sugar powders, but like you use a straw and it's like a little magic thing. Do you want to try it with me? Like, do you want to get one too?
No. Okay, I want to get this one. There's soccer.
Just one?
And soybean. Oh, there's a Baskin Robbins. There's Baskin Robbins ones. Look.
For
What are
like
these?
Pokemon with skins.
That's cool. A lot of like anime style stuff right here. Are these all mochi?
I'm gonna get it just because it's cute.
Why does cat like kind of coming on to me though? Like that they like wow. Look, that's how they try to get you. Recommended for souvenirs. Number 1 Amazon. Right. Those meat very popular. We grabbed some as well as all of this. That's all candy. Skincare makeup. Extra. Other.
Yeah, do they have an example?
I don't know. Japanese knives of legend. I mean, these are pretty nice. Weave corner.
Which reminds me.
Here's your figures. I don't know if I don't care about anything that's here like that.
It's 352. Oh, we still got time.
I mean, they're cool looking, but I don't care about any of these like that. I don't even know what these are. Are these like from anything? I think this will be funnier to get her.
Alright, let's get her this one. For La. Lanka, this is for you.
Always thinking about the dog before the rest of the family.
Always.
We're just like in Minions corner. All this stuff is Minions. There's a giant Minion over there. Little Minion toys. There's a Lego set. A Minions speaker. Whoa.
How much is it?
Is it like that right there?
It's 5,000.
5,000?
Yeah.
Whoa.
This one's 350, which I want it. I will leave some stuff so I can take this.
You know what? I don't want to get any Mario stuff except the Nintendo, I think. Oh, these little puzzles? Must be nice being super into Studio Ghibli. I'm not, but you are. So it's very exciting for you. Mario. And the hair care. With the Street Fighter set. Don't really know what this does for you, but you buy it for that reason alone. It's the most popular soap for your butt. Careful with peach. Ladies and gents. Men, you gotta worry about your ass too. That's just real.
Before we even came here, our tour guide, he was telling us about Don Quixote. It was like, but be careful, it is very dangerous there because it is very easy to spend a lot of money here because everything is so cheap and that there's so many things. When we saw that total on how much we spent, we had a little like buyer's guilt for a bit, but then we talked over and it's like, that's what we came to do. We came to get all this stuff. We were aware of how much it could be. So we started feeling bad after that. It's like, this is a once in a lifetime experience for us too. If it's stuff we can only get here, let's enjoy that.
All right, what was that place called?
I don't
Emo
remember.
Pee or something?
Yeah, something
It was some
like
weird
that.
little.
Sounds funny.
It was a really weird little shop too. It was very small.
Yeah. Like,
I didn't record it, but she did.
we
They
barely-
recorded them putting this topping on. It was barely enough standing room for us.
it's not like sweet potato. Because, I mean, I don't think that's what this is.
Yeah.
At least not that much. It's like their purple sweet potato.
Yeah, it's a different sweet potato. Because like the outside was purple, but the inside was yellow. Like when they had the actual ones. Because you could have got like the actual potato with ice cream inside it. This is like a topping made of the potato though. It's just on vanilla ice cream. I mean, it's interesting.
I like it.
I don't like sweet potato. Oh, they had a sign saying don't eat outside. They told you either go back and find a bench or go this way where there's another seating area. And they didn't want you eating in that spot. Which they don't tell you what the fuck they do with the trash.
No, you gotta walk around with your
Yeah.
trash. You can't just...
Like I would have thought they at least had a little cup thing. You could go back and it's like, okay, I'm done. But nah. Further discovery upon eating more, there's actual potato in the bottom. I didn't. Okay, whatever, still potato. I still don't like sweet potato, but at least you like it. You're the one that wanted this.
This is our dinner spot.
I don't know the name of it after looking at this. It's in my group chat though.
But this is where we're having dinner with our group.
Our feet on the floor. This place had us take our shoes off. It's gonna be probably the Japanese shoes in the shoe. You excited?
Yeah.
Here's view of what we're actually seeing.
Right.
Fried fish potatoes over there. We got this little thing heating up our. This is the pork, isn't it? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, want a chicken?
Edamame, this little salad. Yep, this is all nice and cooked up together. We did like the fried fish. Oh sure. Here, I can hold my little plate.
Do you want some of the
So what is this, like-
cabbage too? I'm assuming it's
Is that cabbage?
I think it's cabbage.
Is that bean sprouts?
Oh, you know what? Yeah, it might be bean sprouts. Yeah.
Give me some green in there. Alright. Got a little vanilla cream cup. It was like a whole set of stairs to get down to where we ate. I didn't show that part, but I'm showing the way back a little. We're gonna go get our shoes back because these little shoe lockers over here are pretty interesting. So we have to put it back in where our shoes were. And I'll open it up. And then I can open it, got my feet back. Not recorded, but because there was still some time and we didn't really want to go to sleep yet. Don Quixote was one of the few places that stayed open fairly late, so we went over to one that was near our hotel and just checked it out. It was much smaller than the one we saw in Asakusa, but it was still pretty fun to walk through. Not as big variety, but still a lot for how small that location was.
Before we go, we're on a very funny, we're in a really
Oh,
funny neighborhood.
the neighborhood we're in for this hotel. So in the lobby, it's already very much advertising, you know, the nightlife, partying, and I think it's
Partying
mostly towards
foreigners.
foreigners because it's all like white people in the thing. And there's just a bar in the lobby too.
And the check-in is the bar.
The check-in is the actual bar. So you go outside. There's bars, nightclubs, and just literally walking across the street if you want. But a little further down, you can just go pass and foot real quickly.
They're night workers.
Um,
We could say they're night workers.
no.
That sounds better.
I like what I said better because they know that's what they're doing. And they also had one that very aggressively advertises international women, which we thought was really strange.
There was one where there was like people who I'm guessing worked there were like out just like I guess greeting people or
Yeah, I
men
guess-
specifically when they walked in.
Yeah, I guess that's what they were supposed to be doing. Was just like,
Like greeters or
Yeah.
something. Like not to bring people in. Like it's like they knew the people that were coming already.
So that's a weird thing to see, just casually be out like that. Definitely different.
So our next day in Tokyo was our free day, and what was different about that is there's nothing to do with the tour group, it's all stuff to go do on your own. There was an option to do something with the group to go make sushi and try sake, but we didn't want to do that. We much rather would have had the full day to ourselves and go at our own pace. And what I really wanted to do was explore Akihabara. The day before when we were on the bus, we actually passed by the Akiba strip, the main part of it, and the tour guide was this older Japanese man. He was very kind, he was very funny as well. And as we were passing, he referred to it as Geek Street, and that is where you can find all the nerdy fandom stuff, tech, anime, you know, all of that stuff is going to be on that strip. But as I found out later on in the trip, it is the most expensive place of that sort.
What did you just try?
I got a piece of the salt and mackerel this time. Mm-hmm. It was actually pretty good.
Yeah?
I mean, obviously it's fishy, it's fish. It was like a little sweet. I don't know what they put on it. Mm-hmm. I thought it was just gonna be straight up salty, but there's something on there that was sitting. I guess I made it like subtly sweet, kind of like maybe a sweet egg. Mm-hmm. But no, that was good.
Our second day.
Gonna hit up 7-Eleven real quick, and then we're gonna make our way to the station so we can go to Akihabara.
Our first time on the station to the subway.
And we're doing this by ourselves. Like, this is not with the group. This is gonna entirely be us freeballing today. Making our way to the station now towards Akihabara. We're crossing over on a bridge. Escalator took us up here. I don't know why I didn't record that. Getting down there. No, that's good.
Look at that cute little animation right there.
Yeah. There it is over there, Construction Station. And on the third side, there is a down section which is much wider. As more people get off over here. So we need to go to, yeah, JB1.
When we went there, not everything was open yet. It was around 9 o'clock. A lot of places didn't open until 10. One of the few things that was already open, though, was the arcade.
Oh. This is where we're trying to get my dad to watch. So we're just gonna check this out.
Probably butchered that.
So,
Not everything's open
and
yet.
this place is air conditioned, so we're
And
gonna hang out here for a bit.
And look at everything. It's so cute. I'm gonna try to win this. We're definitely gonna need a new suitcase for that.
I was gonna say, I don't want to get big.
Going down? We're going down. Are you ready?
You want to do it?
Yes.
Found the Japanese Mario Kart. And we're also like the first ones in here. So, yeah, gonna check this out.
Do you feel you got first place?
Yeah, that was Pac-Man. Should have picked the other Pac-Man track. Luckily, we have one of these at our arcade near our home, so.
Yeah.
And then we tried this photo booth that was a little confusing at first. It didn't seem super intuitive, and the explanation of how to get to all the different little spots to get your pictures printed and everything was a little oddly placed. So what you do is you pick what you want the border to be on your pictures, like when it prints out. You go inside and they have poses they tell you to do. And then afterwards there's a spot where you can touch up the pictures, change the effects. So it's pretty much like putting these weird like Snapchat beauty filters on you, but then you could swap them out or recolor them to give you like lipstick, different eyeliner, put stickers on there, draw on it. All sorts of random stuff. And then at the end, what we didn't realize, when it asks you to pick 2 pictures sent to your phone, it's because it's not going to print those pictures big. It was going to be there like right in the middle with little QR codes so you can have them sent to you, and then the rest are going to print bigger in little collages in the borders that you picked out at the beginning.
Oh, how cute!
Oh, we were supposed to pick the ones we didn't want printed.
Oh.
Yeah, I could have done without this one at all.
That's okay. They're so cute.
Content disclaimer, this is for entertainment. It's not backed up by scientific evidence. Okay, would you bring in my little thing? She brought me my little egg roll. Alright. Let's see which one I got. Yeah, everything's kind in there. So I got Syokichi. I got a little look. So I got a little luck. Better than some luck, though. You got the
Some luck.
You got some luck. Okay.
At least it's not bad luck or
you don't-
terrible
You don't
luck.
have a little luck. I got more luck than you, though.
Purchase what you can use longer. No more fast fashion that could be outdated a year later. We came upstairs of that place, and this is one of the little arcade things.
My wife really wants these fittings right here. Some guy was really trying for this, and then we're gonna finish what he started. They need to go back more. Like they need to go like kind of far back. There. Yeah, try that.
No, we got on the wall.
No, yeah. Oh. Ah.
Let's go.
And we didn't record much of it because it turns out a lot of these shops tell you to not record or take photos, either for the privacy of people that are in there or that they just didn't want you having stuff of the merchandise they had there, which I thought was a little weird. It's like, I feel like I should be able to take a picture of something I potentially want. But some of the things also were, the first store we went into, I don't know the names of all the places. I remember one of the ones we ended up buying stuff from was called Trader, but there's tons of these figure shops. One of the first ones we went to, they had stuff in display cases, and some of them, it was like, okay, you have this little like number you can give them to say you want that, but some of them were marked saying sold out, so that meant the only one they had in that shop was that one in the display case. So there was a few things in there, it's like, oh, that is so cool. Then we saw sold out, it's like, okay, never mind then. But there was tons of different things. The easiest things to find though were One Piece, Demon Slayer. Naruto is fairly easy to find, and then there's some other ones. There were some figures that we kept seeing repeats of, like that show, is it Frieren? A lot of the character Fern, like we saw her everywhere. But those series in particular were really easy to find, but they weren't the only ones. That was just like predominant ones that had their own little section, and then everything else was pretty mixed up to whatever. They had a huge variety of things, so there's a pretty good chance you would find at least one thing you're interested in, especially if you're like me. I was specifically looking for a few older series. Even in one of the shops, we just saw it, like the ground floor was anime figures and some machines, like vending machines where you could get figures instead. But then walking in, we were just like, oh, this is a Don Quixote. So we checked it out, and what was different about this one, because it was on the Akiba strip, tons of anime stuff in there. There's even a whole Hatsune Miku section. So we're at the Akihabara Don Quixote, and we found the popping pumpkins that taste like the actual food. So we got a few of those. This one is very much themed more so with like the anime type stuff, especially a lot of the like Vocaloids. I think I still call them that, like Hatsune Miku and all that. Yeah, see, this one has a lot of like anime figures.
Oh, we have to go to floor 4.
Miku section. So the tour guide yesterday referred to this as Geek Street, where so Akihabara, there's way more anime stuff in the stock. Like there's tons. See, look, I'm not into this phone game enough to get any of the characters. It was just interesting seeing that they had an entire floor dedicated to just anime merch, and the rest were like the standards, like here's where all the snacks are, here's where the random souvenirs are. It was pretty cool. And there was a floor we didn't go to that was all dedicated to this one. It was some J-pop group made of, I don't even know how many members, but their stuff was everywhere. I guess pretty big right now.
Vending machines. Well, these are all drinks. This is like probably the first different one that we've seen.
Oh yeah, look, there's a arcade machine here. So we're on Akihabara, we found our first different vending machines. There's tons for drinks, but these, you can get some figures. So you have to find one you like, you can just get out one of these machines instead. This one has like those surprise ones. I guess this is, oh, is this like postcards or something of like the girls in that group? Maybe? Oh, we got Pokemon in this one. Some like other card games, Dragon Ball, see One Piece. McDonald's 10, number 2. I got my Melon Fanta large this time. They got their blue Hawaiian special. It's like a Sprite drink. And then got this watermelon frappe. It looks pretty. It's really pretty. And it looks like I got my teriyaki McBurger this time. Just open that up, get a look at it. Oh, that's sausage. I'm expecting it to be a little more similar to having like a McRib. I had an interesting encounter here. Bugger and I took turns to go to the bathroom, so when it was her turn, it was just me waiting at the spot.
and this guy was coming to sit down. You could tell he was, I don't know if he was a tourist or not, because he asked me some interesting questions. So whenever he sat down and he had his food, he was waiting on to see if there was an employee that could clean off the spot, because the place was pretty packed. So when he finally got to sit down, he asked me, because I was there and I guess I kind of helped him save the spot. So we were talking a little and he asked, "Are you a tourist or did you move here?" And I did not think I would be asked that. It was a very strange question to me because it was very clearly a lot of Japanese here. There wasn't that many non-Japanese, so I would have just assumed they're all tourists. But he said the reason he asked that question was because his follow-up, is it true that rent is like 5,000? I'm assuming he meant monthly. And then I told him, like, well, where I come from, the lowest I've seen is maybe 1,000 or 2,000 if you're lucky, but those are for very small apartments, like not much added to them. Because apparently, according to him, he's been meeting a lot, or seeing or meeting a lot of foreigners that have moved there because the rent is just way cheaper in Japan. It was just such a strange thing, because I've never thought I would have been asked that in such a, you know, pretty single demographic area. Because it was still very much Japanese. All the foreigners I saw, you could tell they were tourists just from the way they were dressed, the way they were looking around. You could tell they weren't people that were trying to live there. One of the other random places I wanted to check out was this airsoft shop. It happened to be a floor away from the other place that had figures, because my wife, she found a ton for herself and like our family and friends. I hadn't found anything for myself that day. It was a little discouraging. It didn't help that it was so hot and exhausting, because all these shops, like huge road, we're going up and down it. Every single store, because how it compact everything tries to be and still have so much, tons of stairs. Lots and lots of stairs. So if you can't do stairs, you can't do Japan. Our last stop on the strip was the Yodobashi Mall. And we only ended up exploring one floor because that was the one that had like all the games, toys, and tech. And that was really the only stuff we cared to look at. And it was pretty cool. It was pretty much just like looking around a mall or like a big shopping center. A lot of interesting variety. It was funny seeing how small the Xbox section was, and the PlayStation was pretty big, and the Nintendo was huge. More popping cookies. Is that supposed to look like cakes, I guess?
I think so. Do you want to try it?
I don't know. That dinosaur one rebuilding.
We did get these. We've tried these before.
Making the gummies, those squid balls.
Yeah, I think the only one that we've never seen
like
is
that
this
festival
one.
themed one.
Oh, do you want to take the festival one? Oh, look, it's like a little game you can do with like friends and kids and stuff. Like, oh, here, this is how much this is. They're so cute. I know people who like them. No, these toys are really expensive.
Keep the homie Mario.
I'm recording this for my boy Austin. Austin, checks out. Pretty badass.
This dude rocking his big screen. Oh, he has CDs, That's cool. And then to end our day, after making it back to our hotel and unloading everything we had bought, Blanca still really wanted to go to the Ghibli store that was at the Tokyo Skytree, and that was about a 15-minute walk from our hotel. We went to go check that out. It was a kind of nice walk. I say kind of because even though it was dark and everything, it was still really hot. So I've been looking around for this one. Finally found another vending machine with it, and I'm ready to drink something. Oh, it's like that other one you got me in the bottle, kind of.
Nice.
Yeah,
It smells like it.
I think the cowboy's supposed to be like the yogurt stuff, like, so it's like having a float kind of is the idea.
Yeah, but the other one tasted better to me.
Yeah, I think that one had a nicer flavor too, but this one's still pretty good. Like, I guess it's like the original flavor up there. We're looking for the Studio Ghibli store. Here's the building, and look at the Skytree from right here.
It looks so cool. We could walk the river.
Yeah. Which the mall itself, it was inside, but the store we ended up going to was actually on the outside part of it, on the opposite end from where we had came in. And it was a neat little shop, very nicely decorated, a good variety of merchandise. I am personally not that into Ghibli, but if you're going to be very excited in the shop. It was very nice. She did get several things there. Alright, this is what we got from 7-Eleven. Got some chicken with curry. Pretty sure this is also a chicken thing, but I wanted something different from her, so we can each have a little something. Plus I got this, the chicken and soy sauce again. And I got this little apple soda. It looks pretty interesting. Yeah. I really miss Japanese 7-Eleven now that I'm back here. Because it was cheap and it was good food. Like, obviously, if you got stuff that was fried, it wasn't gonna be crispy or anything, but it all tasted great and nothing ever made me feel sick or anything. I never had to worry about feeling like any food poisoning or not being adjusted to the food there. That was never an issue. Everything went through, no problem. I felt very clean no matter what I ate. Even if it was freaking fried chicken, I felt good eating it. But that ends our time in Tokyo because the next day we would be hopping on a bus on our way towards Hakone. And from there, we would be taking the train to Kyoto. So if you enjoyed what you saw, leave a like, subscribe if you haven't already, and share the video. This is the first part of a 3-part travel diary on our trip to Japan, so please be sure to come back and see the rest. I'm Shyboy616, and I will see you next time.
See you next time.